That's just a partial sampling of the consequences of this budget.
But the president didn't stop at the Ryan budget. He went on to blast the whole idea of trickle-down economics that has infected our nation since Reagan and is at the core of the Paul Ryan budget.
They keep telling us that if we convert more of our investments in education and research and healthcare into tax cuts, especially for the wealthy, our economy will grow stronger. You would think that after the results of this experiment in trickle-down economics, after the results were made painfully clear, that the proponents of this theory might show some humility, might moderate their views a bit. But that's exactly the opposite of what they've done. Instead of moderating their views even slightly, the Republicans running Congress right now have doubled down.
This is one of the most passionate speeches against the Republican Party that the president has given since his inauguration. But we shouldn't look at today's speech just as a change of tone coming from the president. It's also a sign that the progressive activism on the ground over the last several months is starting to trickle up to our elected representatives. Here's the bigger picture. We don't elect leaders in America. We elect representatives. The words leader and leadership don't appear anywhere in the Constitution. It's representatives and representation. Here's how it really works in the real world, in the political world. When a parade gets big enough, when enough people are out in the streets, when enough people are speaking out, and that parade is marching down the street, a politician will look out there and go, oh, whoa, look at that, and jump out in front of it and lift a flag and say, this is my parade. They will claim it. FDR wasn't elected on a platform of the New Deal. He was elected on a platform of small, gradual incrementalism, but it's what the people wanted by the time he was sworn in, and so he jumped in front of that parade and called it his. LBJ wasn't elected on a platform of civil rights or the Great Society that actually cut poverty in the United States in half in 4 years. But that's what people wanted. He jumped in front of that parade and said, this is my parade. A president can have the best intentions in the world. President Obama, when campaigning back 4 years ago, talked about a public option for health care and fundamentally changing America to undo Reaganomics. He never got enough of the people or the people's representatives with him to pull it off. Hopefully now, after we've seen the debacles in Ohio and Wisconsin and all around the country with all these right-wing economic policies and the crash of the Bush years, there are enough people awake and aware of the damage that 30 years of Reaganomics and an unrelenting war against working people and trickle-down economics have done to us. Hopefully now other Democrats will feel enough wind behind their backs that they can also jump out in front of this parade.